Hello Leos, and welcome to your June reading. So I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that I have is the Ten of Pentacles. So we're talking about your empire here. We're talking about something that you've invested for a long time, or that has been lasting a long time. Could be a long cycle, or if we're talking about work, it's a job you've been there for 10 years and so, or 20 years or whatnot. So after, I have the Hangman and then the Magician. So here we have two major arcana. The Hangman is always kind of a protection of the divine before things, they're gonna stop things. Okay, there's like, they're gonna stop the movement forward, and they want you to look at things from a completely different angle. So when it comes to your growth and things like that, if you know, here 10, you've hit your ceiling here, and there's a pause for the rest, because the pause is asking of you to look at things from a completely different angle, from 180 degrees. And you're going to do that this month. You're going to get an understanding and illumination. That's why he's got that light around his head. And then you're going to be in the power of manifesting something. So if we go deeper into these layers here, under your Ten of Pentacles, I have the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. Two sevens here with justice. So the sevens are a number, it's a master number. You have like the four directions, up and down, and seven is in the middle, giving you that's why it's a master number, mastering all of the directions that you can go in your life, in your mind, in your emotions, on the ground, with your will, all in every direction. Seven of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. This Ten of Pentacles, this cycle, they're talking about a part of your life that had a lot of disempowerment in it. So that means the mind is not mastered. The mind is making us believe that everything around us has more power than us. It is the thief in the night. This is how an exterior entity can come and rob us. Whether it is people around us in the concrete world, or even mentally thinking that things happen. For the person here, things happen and I can only do the best I can. And for the person here, I am making things happen. That's why there's a shift here happening. And since we have justice and the Ten of Pentacles, this is the end of a karma. This is the end of a distortion that has been happening in a long time, that left you Seven of Pentacles, where your efforts in this concrete world were not giving any fruits. So you could be like halfway through, you know, it's not because of what is there. It's not like, okay, I'm just halfway through, I'm almost there, I just have to continue, kind of Seven of Pentacles. This is with what is there. There's no fruits. I'm just putting efforts, paying my bills, doing my daily diligence. I don't feel I have any power on my life into changing this situation. This month, Hangman. Wait a minute. Everything is on a hold. I have to reverse my thinking. From the 7, you're going to go to the 6. And why? Because under that, here I have the 4 of Cups, the Tower, and the 3 of Cups. Now the Tower is going to be one heck of a lightning here. Okay? That's going to make you go from 3 cups on the ground, that's my reality, been there, done that, that's it. I do not see that cup at all, to my 3 cups are not on the ground, but I am actually celebrating life. So if you're not happy here, if air is like a 3 of cups in reverse, and for the longest time you were remaining there because you thought that that is it and there's nothing more for me that can be happening, I cannot vibrate higher than that, I cannot have fruits in my life, and I will always be counter attacking moves from the universe, random things or whatnot, or other people completely undermining me. So the Tower is that lightning that, oh my God, I see it now. Either because an event will be so caricatural of this, it's going to become so obvious that all of a sudden you're going to see, okay, if I'm there, if I'm living this, it's because I'm staying there. That's why you're going to leave. And you're going to believe by looking at all of that from a different angle, because there's a download that comes with the Tower. It's not just a shock. There's also an understanding and a direction where it's going to show you the way to move past an old cycle like that, to bring justice in your life. And how do we bring justice in our life? It's not by enduring and hoping that one day the big justice God is going to come and you know, get you out of there. No, it's by having an understanding and then yourself readjusting your life. Under the Magician, I have the Page of Swords and I have the 8 of Cups. You are leaving an old, I would say, crusty karma, okay? Crusty situation here. By looking at it from, and that was remaining the same in stagnation or status quo or whatever, okay? And finally moving away from it because you understood something and you're going to manifest, like you're reappropriating your power, Leo. And in that power, in that understanding, you're like, okay, I'm going to go for something that's going to fulfill me emotionally much more. Or I'm going to go for that cup of self-love that I cannot receive here. Because if I would have it, I wouldn't be there. It's kind of a logical thing. Bottom of the deck, I have the 8 of Wands. And so by doing this, it's like if, wow, that's going to move the synchronicities and serendipities of life. You're going to be able to start dancing with the universe again. So let's clarify this. Before, I'm just going to take a little sip. Okay. So I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Leos for the month of June 2021. All right. Leos, June 2021. Okay, show me that 10 of Pentacles for Leos. Why is the 10 of Pentacles here for Leos? High Priestess. This is a soul karma. And here I have the Page of Wands. Anyway, your soul is telling you to skittle out, to take a new path, to start a new way of doing things. But it is also a kind of a karma that your soul needed to understand. It is over now. When we have the High Priestess right there, and you know, in the first cards, and I'm clarifying the first card here. We're talking about a shift that it's not just I'm gonna change my job to go get another job, you know. This is a soul shift. Okay, let's look at that Seven of Swords. The World. You're finishing a cycle where you completely disempowered yourself or let others disempower you. And here with the Knight of Pentacles in the World, that's going to be the finally the growth starting again. Okay, because the Knight of Pentacles can be slow and almost like non-advancing. And with this, with the Seven of Pentacles and Seven of Swords, that horse wasn't moving at all. There wasn't any more growth in your life. It was daily routine of doing my stuff, but my reality is not expanding. End of that cycle. It's a karmic cycle. And we don't have karmic cycle just in relationships. We have karmic cycles on every level of our lives. The way we eat, the way we, what we choose for a living and what we're able to manifest and all of that. These are all karmas, all interconnected. The most obvious ones are with interactions with other people, but every aspect of our lives can be a representation of a karma. Is what? A perception. I perceive that way, I make decisions that way, I have a result, and then it feeds my perception that I, and so on and so on. A karma is a wheel. So you can put these four elements on the wheel that makes it repeat and repeat and repeat like a pattern. Okay, let's look at justice with, all right, Seven of Pentacles, clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. But here I have the Nine of Cups. It's like if this is going to be the realization of I need to be fulfilled, I need to be happy. And happiness is a state of being. It determines how we experiment what is out there. I could be sitting under a tree and be miserable, Seven of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. I'll feel like that. But if I'm like this inside of me, because here cups, we're talking about your emotional vibration, your state of being. If I am happy, being under that tree has a completely different feeling. And happiness is not a result of conditions out there. Okay, I'll be happy if, I'll be happy when, I'll be happy in the future. Happiness is a state of being in the here and now. I can choose to be happy in my cabin in the woods. I can choose to be happy in the here and now. It is my vibration. And if it doesn't fit with outside, if it doesn't fit with a way I am seeing and perceiving things, then that has to change. Hangman. What is that understanding? Magician. That is right beside. So it's waiting. The universe is stopping everything until you see things from the perspective of a magician. So what is the perspective of a magician? And here I have the Six of Wands with it. This is like, I get it. I am not living this anymore. I'm coming back from war, and I'm going to be acknowledging myself now. Acknowledging your power of magician. So what is the perspective of a magician? When a magician looks at the reality of his matrix, okay, it doesn't see it as a done deal. It doesn't see it as something immovable, that there's nothing we can do about it and we have to face the facts. No, this is something that he's looking at his work of art. Okay, so all right, seems like I've put way too much yellow there and I don't like it. I am empowered to change it. This is the reality that I am making every day, with every thought, with every breath that I take. So that's why he's in his white robe, okay? He's in his white robe and he has the eternity symbol over himself. White robe is in his higher self. He's not in his ego dealing things. He's in his higher self. Therefore, he has power within himself. The eternity symbol, he understands the dynamic of the universe. That constant interaction between spiritual material, invisible, visible. You know, yes, we're in a world of duality, but not stagnant entities. In interacting, constantly creating is the key word. And we are co-creators. For the magician, that's obvious. And then he's like this, as above, so below. What I can bring from my higher self, I can actually manifest down here. He's got his 4 elements. His mind is aligned. His will is aligned. His cup is fully open of the highest vibration. And his pentacle, his ground is here and now. Is not, you know, 5 of Pentacles or whatnot. Is whole. So here, the universe is waiting for you to look at your empire from the perspective of a magician, and not from the perspective of somebody that things happen to. So that means that here, 7 of Wands, Page of Wands, and 8 of Cups. We have the 8 of Cups here. So that means, see, 7 of Wands, this is when we have to fight. Another 7, okay? We're using our will to, I have to defend myself and fight because I'm being attacked by the universe, okay? This is a game of survival. So I'm being attacked. I have to be on my defensive. With the Page of Wands, it's like, oh my God, there's a new way. There's a new path that I'm going to take. 8 of Cups, I'm actually going to use my willpower and I'm going to go get this extra cup that I need to be in my emotional fulfillment. You know, our 8 of Cups, our 9 of Cups there, and I'm using my willpower to do it. When you look at the 8 of Cups, the guy has a wand in his hand. So it's cups and wands. It is, I'm realizing there's lacking here. I'm going to go for it. And for that, I have to use my willpower. And so I am not going to stay jammed in my head and not understanding how can life be better? I could, but no. I am changing my way. 6 of Swords is that kind of beautiful, and here in the 6 of Swords also, the guy has a wand in his hand. He's using his willpower to move himself away from that, because now he's in peace about moving forward. He's doing this in serenity. And here, I'm not just turning the page, I'm actually going for something that would fulfill me. I will not be imprisoned anymore in circumstances because of the way I think. Tower, with the 4 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. Tower for Leo. 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. And here we have like a little book under it, but Okay, so no more juggling, no more I'll just make it that way. I'm not feeling great, but I'll just manage. And I'm just managing, and I've been managing for 10 years or more. Okay? Ace of Wands. There's that new way. There's that one and that willpower that will guide me out of there and towards my emotional fulfillment. I am not holding on anymore because this was my comfort zone, even though it wasn't comfortable at all. King of Pentacles, I will find solutions. Six of Pentacles, it is my turn to receive. Ten of Swords, I am finishing that cycle of swords. This is the new path in front of me. This is what the universe wanted me to see from a different angle. Let's look at the Magician. So you're going to become a magician. Yes. Okay, so here we have our Eight of Swords, Five of Swords, okay, and here is the Nine of Pentacles with it, and here I have the Sun. So what was preventing you, what is preventing you from being in your complete magician? See, you have swords and swords here. It's like if you're the worst devil's advocate for yourself, okay? Life is something that happens, and I have all the arguments for it. This is when we're completely disempowered. And it doesn't have to be in every area of your life, but when it comes to that karma that you're going to be conscious about this month. The Sun, clarity comes on that. Because these two cards, when we have that, we're not a magician. We cannot be manifesting. Let's look at that Page of Swords. Because the Page of Swords, I get it, see? I get it. We had Judgment, we have the Emperor, Judgment, and here is our Ten of Pentacles. I see myself going. I'm gonna go for it. Yeah. Hangman, Seven of Swords, Hangman, Knight of Swords. I get it. Not just the Page, but the Knight, Emperor. I'm actually gonna use my, you know, because he's got an armor under his dress here. So I'm going to use my armor, and I'm going to go cut the head of the dragon, because I am pulling a judgment on my Ten of Pentacles. I'm seeing myself going there. Oh, no, no, no. I understand. Page of Swords again for that Eight of Cups. And Two of Swords. So that understanding during this month, and probably you're going to ponder it all month here. It's going to come and go. Because you're still at the Two of Swords here. But you're going to end up saying, yes, what is my truth? Is this my truth? Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, and so on. Four of Cups. I'm working. Seven of Pentacles, not getting anything. Been there, done that. I'm just juggling, and that's my reality. That is life. Life is hard. Life is hell, and you just have to manage, bite your teeth, and move through the next 20 years like that. Or am I going to be the magician in my life? Am I going to manifest from my higher self? Am I going to master my vibrations and then allow myself to work on this reality like if it was a canvas in my life? That is your choice this month, my beautiful Leos. So, becoming the magician, that's going to be the title of your video. On this, I'm going to send you all my love and light. And thank you for watching and sharing and commenting. I read all the comments. Please subscribe, help grow the channel. If you want a private reading, there's in the description below, there's an email. You write to me, I send you the info. I will never write a phone number or something in the comments, okay? That's will not be me. Apart from that, oh yes, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, new moon, full moon, I do a little something ceremony to ask the universe to give you back. And on this, my beautiful Leos, I'm gonna send you all my love and light. Namaste, and see you next month.